Saluto Mirko Chiaresi, Maria Castiglioni, i colleghi dello IULM.
Ciao Bernardo.
Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao.
Ciao, vi cedo subito la parola. C'è Alessia che può tradurre o non tradurre a seconda di come volete fare la presentazione, inglese, italiano, con traduzione, senza traduzione, tutto quello che preferite, direttamente in russo, come preferite voi. Я предоставляю сразу слово коллегам тогда из Юльма, и мы встречаемся потом в конце презентации для вопросов и ответов на вопросы.
Grazie mille, grazie Bernardo. Добрый день всем, меня зовут Maria. And this is where my Russian ends and my English begins. Thank you, Alessia, as well. We will give it a try to do the presentation entirely in English, and then we will need your help at the end with the questions. Thank you very much. I'll share my screen now so you can see, instead of my face, the campus of ULM University and to understand better our academic offer. First of all, as I said, my name is Maria, and I'm here to tell you a little more about our university. Just one second. Can you see my screen? Beautiful. I work in the International Admissions Office of ULM University, which is in Milan. Our university's programs mainly focus on communication and languages. Here you can see a little bit about how the educational system in Italy works. So we study an overall of 13 years before we can access a bachelor program, a 3 years bachelor program. So in order to attend any bachelor program in Italy, students from Russia will have to integrate their high school diploma with 1 extra year, whether they want to attend a foundation course in Italy, or they can attend 1 year of university in Russia, and then they will have the chance to enroll at any of our programs. After an undergraduate program of 3 years, students can access a 2-year postgraduate program or a 1-year specialized master. The main difference between these 2 programs is that with the 2-year postgraduate master degree, you can then access a PhD. With 1-year master program, this is something you cannot do because you can enter directly to the job market. This is a very brief introduction on the educational system in Italy, but if you've got any questions afterwards, we will be more than pleased to go through them all. The programs that you see in this slide are all the ones that ULM University offers. Last but not least, as I very briefly mentioned before, our university is in Milan, which is a very, very thriving city, and we can consider it as a truly multicultural hub. What makes Milan unique is that it's a melting pot between tradition and innovation. And this is exactly what happens in the city as well as in our university. As you can see in this slide, our university is quite young compared to other Italian institutions. It was founded in 1968, so we're a little older than 50 years old. And the first faculty the university was founded on was the one in interpreting and translation. Because what communication was 50 years ago was to make sure that 2 different cultures could communicate one another. 50 years later, we now have 3 faculties, still the one in interpreting and translation, the one in communication, public relations and advertising, which is the most numerous one, and the one in arts, tourism and markets. At the bottom of this slide, you can see a few numbers about our university. Thanks to this last intake, we reached a little over than 7,000 students, which makes us a middle-sized university. From my experience as well, I don't just work at ULM University, but I've been a student myself. Despite the quite big number of students, I've never been just a number on my student ID. I've always been Maria for professors, for other students, for people working at the university. So this very human approach towards studying at university level is what makes my experience at ULM absolutely unique. We also have more than 300 teaching staff members, 7 buildings, and this is something super great about our university, because it's like an American style campus. All the buildings are around one street, quite near the city center of Milan. One of the buildings is the residence dorms, where our student can of course get a room and stay and live the university as if they were in an American style campus. What I think makes also unique the experience of studying at IULM are the opportunities that the university offers to students. Some of them are international. As you can see on the top of this slide, we have more than 130 partner universities worldwide, not just in Europe, but all around the world, from Canada to Australia. This means that students attending any of our courses can spend some time of their studies abroad, not just for a study program, a mobility program, but also to have their internship abroad, because we also have a very numerous and valuable partnership with companies worldwide. Another service that we offer is the peer tutoring service, which I think it's worth mentioning, as sometimes students, especially freshmen, might feel a little scared about asking a question to a professor. And this is why we've established this program, the peer tutoring service, which is very popular among international and national students, so that you can feel free to ask any question about a course, an exam, how to study, how to prepare for an exam, to a peer, to another student who has already graduated from the course that you're attending and is now attending a master program. What I think it's of the most interesting part about our university is, of course, the academic offer. In this slide, you can see our bachelor programs. On the top of this slide, the programs that are entirely Italian taught. And at the bottom, corporate communication and public relations, which is the program that we offer entirely taught in English. As you can easily gather from this slide, the programs that we offer are a natural mirror of the faculties of the university. So we offer a bachelor program in interpreting and communication, which is entirely taught in Italian. Therefore, to study these programs, you need a very good command of the Italian language, and you'll learn how to be an interpreter from Italian into English and into a second language as well. Then you have the programs of the Faculty of Communication, Communication, Media and Advertising, which is actually the one I've studied as well, and will give you good insights on all the media channels, from cinema to theater, radio, and new media as well. And you can become, after studying this course, a professional within the media market. We also offer the same program taught either entirely in Italian or entirely in English, depending, of course, on your language skills, which is corporate communication and public relations. IULM University has actually been the first university in Italy to offer a public relations degree. And this is a very unique undergraduate experience, as it's a mix of tools that we provide to students, mixing management with the communication. And of course, in case the program that you choose, it's the one in English, you will start off with Professional English 3, and you will end up at the end of your 3rd year with a Professional English Public Speaking. So you'll understand the corporate communication world and the public relations world at the 360 degrees. After this, you can see we offer a bachelor program in tourism, management, and culture, which is very, very unique, as it's not just teaching our students what tourism means, but it's merging management skills for the tourism sector. So you'll learn how to become a professional within the tourism industry already at a bachelor's level. After this, you can also find the Bachelor in Arts, Media and Cultural Events. It's the same approach that we just saw for the tourism industry. It's not the creative part of arts, but it's the managerial part of arts. So you learn how to market an art piece, how to organize a cultural event. This is the world that we're talking about. And from this year, for the first time, we're also offering a bachelor degree in fashion and creative industries, which at the moment is entirely Italian taught, but it's absolutely phenomenal how it reached the public, and we finished the seats at this course super soon this year. So I think it's a great opportunity for Italian and international students as well. This was the undergraduate offer that IULM University has. All these programs can then lead naturally to a 2-year postgraduate program. As you can see, these courses are the natural continuation of the bachelor's we just saw. So interpreting and communication can lead up to a 2-year master programs in specialized translation and conference interpreting. The course is still Italian taught. In this case, the command of the Italian language requires you to have higher skills. So whether before the requirement was a B2 level of Italian language knowledge, in this case is a C1 level. Television, cinema, and new media is the natural continuation, let's say, of communication, media, and advertising. And thanks to this program, you can learn how to become from a movie director to a new media specialist. The range of job profiles that our academic offers are absolutely incredible. Then we do offer marketing and communication. All these programs have different career paths that you can follow and you can decide during your second year. And then arts, markets, and cultural heritage. This is the 2-year postgraduate program offer in Italian. For what concerns the ones in English, we have strategic communication and hospitality and tourism management. Both these two programs have our course entirely English taught and give the student the possibility of acquiring dual degrees with partner university from UCF, University of Central Florida in the United States for what concerns hospitality and tourism management, to the University of Grenoble in France. And if you want to know more about all these programs, the time is very limited now, but I will be more than happy to give you more insights on this afterwards, absolutely. In this slide, you can see the 1-year postgraduate programs offer. If you want to take a screenshot of this so that you can have them all handy afterwards, I think it's a very good opportunity. Afterwards, my colleague Mirko, who is in charge of 1-year masters, will go through the admission requirements for 1-year specialized and executive masters for what concerns the English taught ones. Now we go through the very boring part. I'm sorry, but I know most of the questions are regarding this. So how can I enroll? It's very easy. The process is super easy. First of all, as I said before, the requirements are 12 years of schooling overall. So as soon as you finish high school in Russia, you will have to integrate what you've studied till that date with one integrational add in 1 year. And on top of it, you also have to be proficient in the language the course is taught in. In order to sum up all these requirements, the easiest thing you can do and the first thing you can do is to get in touch with our partners in Russia, Studies and Careers, with Bernardo and his team, and they will help you to prepare all the documents. As soon as you're ready, we have an application platform, which is super easy to use. The platform is asking you to upload the documents in an exact order. So you don't have to think about nothing, just upload the documents. Make sure you tag yourself in the platform with the code RU01. So we know we have met you here, but Studies and Careers will assist you throughout the entire process. And of course, we are here at ULM University to help you as well. Once you send through the documents, we evaluate them. And if you are eligible, you can then pass through the admission test. Most of our admission tests are not selective, so we just need to assess your skills before you start the program. In the case of the programs that are part of the communication faculty, so corporate communication, for instance, you will have to pass the admission test, which in this case is selective, and but it's not like a stress test. So I really want to stress this thing. It's not one of those admission tests where you have to prepare for months in advance. It's a picture that we need of your logic skills, critical thinking skills. There is a part of reading comprehension, but if you want to know more about any of our admission tests, just get in touch with us and we can give you an example of the admission questions. Fees and financial aid opportunities. Something I didn't mention before is that our university is a private university. It's called a libera università, so a free university, which is not for free, but it means that students do pay tuition fees and that they are entirely reinvested within the university. Tuition fees for undergraduate programs are 8,400 euros per academic year. Students can benefit from a 50% tuition reduction. We have around 50% tuition reduction. So my suggestion would be to apply early in advance from November. It's a very good time for you to start the application process. And this 50% tuition reduction is purely based on merit. So we will evaluate your final high school score. And if everything is good and it's higher than 70%, you can get a 50% tuition reduction. On top of it, we also offer students a discounted rate on accommodation for the first year at 280 euros per month at our residence dorms. As I said before, one of the buildings of the university, IULM 5, is one of the residence dorms, so you'll be leaving the university right on campus. We also have a second residence dorms, which is a newly renovated farm, probably 2 minutes away from the university. On top of it, we also have a housing office. So if you need assistance in finding accommodation around Milan, we will be more than pleased to assist you. On top of it, students can also apply for DSU Regional Scholarship. In this case, my suggestion is always to not count on DSU Regional Scholarship too much before you apply, as it's based on a ranking. So whether you get it, it's a plus, but do not count on it too much before applying. Admission process for 2 years masters, the process is the same. You submit your document through our application platform, we evaluate them, and if everything is okay, you can then access to the admission test. In this case, the admission test is slightly different, as in most cases, it will be just a Skype interview with the courses coordinator. And in the case of the 2-year masters in English, it will be just a recording of yourself answering the admission questions. So the professor can see your critical thinking skills as well as your command of the language. In this case, tuition fees are 9,800 euros per academic year, and the same financial aid opportunities are reserved for a 2-year postgraduate program. So the 50% tuition reduction, the discounted rate on accommodation, as well as DSU Original Scholarship. Something I didn't mention before is that the tuition fees are divided into 3 installments, so you don't have to pay them all at once. The first one is at enrollment, the second one is around December, and the third one is in March of the year afterwards. This was just a very brief introduction about our university system and how it works. And if you've got any questions, we'll be more than pleased to assist you. I now leave the floor to my colleague Mirko, who will introduce you to 1-year masters. So,
thank you, Maria. I will talk about ULM Communication School, which is the ULM Business School. providing courses, one-year master's courses and executive master, which are more professional oriented. And now we are offering 7 courses, more or less 7 courses in English, but we have around 30 courses in Italian and English, both university master, then executive master. And our field are food, fashion, international tourism, museology, and things like that. In order to access these courses, you need a bachelor degree for the university master, while a few years of working experience to access an executive one. Maria, can I ask you just to launch the presentation, just to introduce and have an overview of the master programs?
Yes, just 1 second, please.
Thank you. Meanwhile, I could say that our proposition has 70% of placement at the end of the program, and 60% of our students receive a proposal for the hosting company, because at the end of each of them, there is an internship. It's a compulsory internship for the university master, while it's optional on the executive ones. We also offer a sort of career service, that is a coach service, just to introduce you into the job market and to, give the possibility to have a successful interview. So preparing correctly your CV ad or your curriculum vitae. Let's start with the game design university master. For this academic year, 2020-2021, it will be held totally online. Is addressed to those students who want to become a game designer or game producer. It is addressed just because it is a university master to those who have a bachelor degree in humanities or in information technology. Its duration is 1 year. It's totally held in English, and its cost is more or less 6,500 euros. And this fee are divided in 3 installments. You have to pay the pre-enrollment fee. This is more or less 100 euros, just to be admitted to the selection process, to selection interviews. And this is true for all the university masters. Then they can differ, as we will say before, in the fee, but the pre-enrollment is equal for each university master, and is 134.20 euros for the executive programs. The pre-enrollment for this course will end on December the 4th. Let's have a look now to the next one, which is the Communication for International Relations. It is a program that is held both in Italian and English. Percentages could vary year by year. And it is a university master which offers you the possibility to have also to upgrade your learning path with an MBA in the US. It also in the program there is a schedule, a study tour, but it depends on the COVID restrictions. A study tour in US, especially in Washington DC and New York City, just to visit what are the main institutions like United Nations or the Food Organization, World Organization. Careers, so you can you have acquired your diploma, you can start a career such as marketing, such fields such as marketing, communication, press office, but also PR or NGOs and governments. Once again, you require a bachelor degree and a good proficiency in Italian and English, because the course is held both in English and Italian. It also provides a compulsory internship, and it costs more or less from 12,000 to 3,000 euros. Of course, we have the 3 installments, and the program will start in winter, in January or February 2021. Then we have the International Tourism and Hospitality course, which is, I think, the eldest master's program together with the Made in Italy one that is held totally in Italian. And the 2 years programs is a spin-off of this program. This is more, as Maria was saying before, oriented on the job market. It lasts just 1 year. On the contrary, the 2 years master lasts 2 years and allows you to go on and acquire also a PhD title. This program is focused on the job market, so it allows you to have few possibilities. It offers you also a study tour in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, but also a specialization in Japan with a specialization at Kyoto College in IT tourism. It has an organization of 6 months of classes plus 6 months of compulsory internship. Its cost is 14,400 euros, and it starts on November, autumn 2020 with pre-online courses, which are compulsory just to preliminary courses, just to have a common basis of knowledge, just to start the classes in February 2021. Then we have these courses is an executive master, which means that is more professional oriented. It has a shorter duration, 4 months more or less. You just to join this program, you don't need, but it's preferable to have a bachelor degree, just to have classes with how to say higher education, but it's not compulsory. You need English proficiency because it's held only in English. It's a full-time program, and it lasts more or less 4 to 5 months of lecture, plus a study tour and an optional this time internship. It cost is 11,000 euros and 400, and it will start both in online and in presence here in classroom, which means in classroom in Milan in February 2021. It provides also a study tour in the US, but of course it depends on COVID restriction. This time in the US, we will be in San Francisco and Silicon Valley. The last but not least is our museology, new media and museum communication course. It is held totally online, is in English, is a rolling enrollment, which means that you can pre-enroll, enroll and follow in the course every time you want in each period of the year. The duration, you have to complete the course maximum in 18 months from your starting point, and the course is 2,300 euros. I think that's it. For any further inquiry and question, whatever, what else, you can write us, and I leave the floor to Maria just to add something more.
I think we covered it all. I really want to thank Bernardo for organizing such a great event, to all the people that are listening to us now, for Bernardo and his entire team. We are super thrilled to be part of this event. We are sorry we are not physically in Russia, but still, the feeling, it's sort of the same. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
We hope next year, Bernardo.
Next time, there is a question from Zoya Postnikova.
Yeah.
She asked about the opportunities that she can have. She is graduated from the university in 2003, Faculty of Translation, linguist and translator from English and German languages, also studying Italian. And she asked what kind of programs she could take at your university, master or postgraduate. What can she study based on her diploma, translation, or maybe teaching? She has a dichiarazione di valore.
She has a dichiarazione di valore. It's a beautiful question. Since she is so prepared and skilled already, I think the best way to go around her question would be to organize a call with her, a separate call just with her, so that we can go through her profile 100%. She can always get in touch with us at admission@iulm.it or through our friends at Studies and Careers.
Thank you very much for your very interesting presentation, Maria and Mirko. Мы продолжаем тогда наши эфиры. Я напоминаю, что это была как раз презентация Университета IULM, ведущий гуманитарный вуз из Италии. Напоминаю также, что вы можете зайти на их страницу на сайте выставки для того, чтобы начать чат с ними, или же забронировать себе индивидуальную консультацию. Это касается Зои Постниковой, которая задавала вопрос по поводу ее индивидуального случая. И мне кажется, что это может касаться абсолютно каждого из вас, кто хочет учиться на профессии, про которой шла речь во время презентации Марии и Мирко.